Y'all, something interesting about YouTube that nobody talks about is that it shows you who you are. When you turn that camera on and you record yourself and you watch it back, you see who you really are. And that's why you got people who record themselves or they hear their voices and they're like, I don't like my voice. Well, that's your voice. That's how it sounds. I can't get on camera. I don't like the way this looks, or I don't like the way that looks. That's how you look. And so some people are going to lean into it and they're going to understand, this is me. I have flaws. You know what I'm saying? And some flaws you could work on, some flaws you can't. God makes us all in a certain way. If you got a big nose, you got a big nose. And even then, they got surgeries for that. But that's another story, right? If you're overweight, you could work on that. If you're underweight, you could work on that. If you got dry skin, if you're like me and you get ashy, you know what I'm saying? You can moisturize, right? But I can't control certain, certain other things. Like, this is how I am, this is how I look. Voice, for instance, right? That's another thing you can control. A lot of people don't know that. You actually can control how you sound. And so YouTube is such a powerful tool in that it shows you who you are, and it lets you, it gives you the choice, it gives you the option to either accept that or to change it. Am I gonna sound like that for the rest of my life? Or am I gonna try to change the intonations? One thing about me, I grew up with a speech impediment. So growing up, I didn't enunciate my words enough. And even to this day, you'll hear me say words quickly. Sometimes I'll speak fast and I'll miss a pronunciation because I'm still working through that speech impediment from when I was a kid. And so when I post these videos, when I make these videos, I get to see that back and I get to go, okay, I didn't say that right. Or, oh, I spoke too fast here. Oh, I didn't put my, I didn't pronounce my S right. I used to not be able to pronounce my S, y'all. I used to say F. And I went to a speech therapist. They told me you gotta close your teeth when you say S. And that's that. And even to this day, I keep that in my head. Like, close my teeth when I say S. And that's how you get the right sound. And so for those of y'all thinking about getting on YouTube and you feel like you got flaws, you feel like you got X, you got Y, you got Z, listen, you could control more than you think. And YouTube lets you see who you really are and who you could be. And if you don't utilize it, you'll never know. If you never pick up the camera, you'll never know. You'll never get to see how talkative you really are, or how quiet you might be, or how you don't pronounce that, or you don't pronounce this right. Some people are not going to bring these things up to you in real life. But when you turn that camera on, y'all, you're going to see everything. You're going to see all the awkwardness. You're going to see all the silliness. You're going to see all the, the fears that you might have. You're going to see the excitement. You're going to see the joy. You're going to see the passion. You're going to see the energy. Y'all, get on YouTube. Stop wasting time. At all that time you spent worrying about, oh, my hair, I gotta go to the gym. I gotta get the right shirt. My smile is not straight. Yo, I've had a crooked tooth right here. I don't know if you can see it. Since I was a kid, y'all. I was riding my scooter downhill and I ran into a patch of dirt, lost control, front flipped over my scooter, boom, lip split. I'm talking open, white meat showing, or black and white meat showing, because I'm black and white. And my tooth just impacted, boom, right? I fell right on my face, whole lip open. I get up, and at first I don't even feel it. I got so much adrenaline. I was either with my friend or my brother, and they looked at me. They was like, yo, you're bleeding. And they start running. They start running to get my stepdad. My stepdad comes out. He looks at me. He's like, yup, you going to the hospital. You going to the hospital. And then at this point, I just start bawling, crying. Y'all. They take me to the hospital. They had to get a plastic surgeon in there to sew my lip back up. I still have a little scar right there, if you could see that, from when my lip was split open, y'all. They had to hold me down, restrain me, to put the numbing. They put a needle inside of the cut, y'all. Literally inside. They held me down. I was fighting. I was trying to get out. Held me down. Put the needle inside the cut. The I forget what it's called. Anesthesia, I think. Anesthesia, or is that what makes you go to sleep? Pain medication, whatever pain medication. Sewed my lip up. I knocked out, whatever. By the time I woke up, my lip was sewed up. You know, they had to like line it up perfectly or whatever. And apparently they did a good job. My lip is still pretty straight, but my tooth was never, I never got braces. I never got Invisalign, nothing. My tooth, they said, look, the tooth is fine. It's still functional. It's a little crooked, but that's about it, y'all. And I used to be insecure about that, y'all. But since I start getting on here and making videos, y'all, I realize, listen, this is what it is, right? When I get money, maybe I'll think about getting some braces, or I'll think about getting it fixed. But for now, y'all, I'm gonna show up as is. I'm gonna show up as is, and you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, some things I can't control, and some things I can't right now. And that's just what it is. But getting on YouTube has shown me that, and even making videos and even watching videos, right? Because you see the most, how could I even describe it? Just like the most non-suspecting people just blow up on YouTube. I'm talking big people. I'm talking small people. I'm talking beautiful people. I'm talking, you know, what society might say ugly people, old people, young people. Blowing up on YouTube, doing, you know, thousands of video views, making real dollars, thousands of real dollars every month off YouTube. And, you know, they just get on and they show themselves. They show their energy, and their passion speaks for itself. No matter how they look, their message gets across because they're passionate about it, and they care, and they know that they have a purpose, and they're carrying out that purpose no matter how they look, you know? And I believe I was put on this earth to entertain. I believe I was put on this earth to inspire and to motivate. And that's what I'm gonna do, y'all. Crooked tooth or not, I'm gonna get on this camera, y'all, and I'm gonna talk to y'all, and I'm gonna share my stories with y'all. Yes, I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna share my stories with y'all. With my bushy eyebrows, you know what I'm saying? Crooked tooth, bushy eyebrows, with my 5 o'clock shadow. All of that, y'all. With my, you know, nappy hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna share my message because I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in my purpose, and nothing's gonna stop me from carrying it out. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. You're gonna have people who hate. You're gonna have people who love. Some of y'all go try to, you know, somebody commented on the video. They was like, when I was talking about how I left my 9-to-5 job to do YouTube, somebody commented talking about cooked. I go and click. Let me not even say that. But like, people are gonna hate and people are gonna spread negativity, and y'all gotta understand that it's not a reflection on you, it's a reflection on them. You know, people commenting negatively about your appearance, they probably got something about themselves that they're not comfortable with, they're not secure with, you know. And once you realize that, you could actually start having compassion for some of these people and start feeling bad and start looking at them like less of a threat and more of a person who is hurt and they want to make you hurt. You know, hurt people. But look, at the end of the day, you know, I'm gonna keep getting on here regardless. Nothing's gonna keep me down, nothing's gonna hold me back, nobody's gonna discourage me, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a purpose, and I'm gonna see it out. Y'all better believe I'm gonna see it out, and I'm gonna see it through to the end. Everything I start, I see it through to the end. That's just me, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, something told me to just get on here and tell y'all that, you know. I spoke to so many people in my life, friends, family, acquaintances, who, you know, and it's the same story every time, you know. Oh yeah, I want to get on YouTube, but oh yeah, I'll start making content when, you know, after such and such XYZ, then I'll start. And you could fill in these different like blanks with just anything. You could just fill it in with anything, you know. Oh, I don't got time because of. You could just fill it in with anything, and at the end of the day, it's. Ooh, I got the hiccups. Hold on, yo. Think no hiccups thoughts. Think no hiccups thoughts. Think no hiccups thoughts. Think no hiccups thoughts. I think I'm good. They say hiccups are like mental. If you just don't think about hiccups. I keep saying the word hiccups. They might come back. All right, let me chill. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you know, at the end of the day, I don't want to say it's excuses, but it's insecurities and it's fears. And my thing is like, life is short, y'all. Life is so short. And at the end of the day, y'all ever seen that meme on social media where it's like such and such happening, and then it like zooms out and it shows the earth and it shows the galaxies, and it's just like you're there, that little dot, and it's like, you know, does it even matter? And it's true, you know, but it does matter in the sense that when you have a goal, when you have a dream that you want to carry out, and you're holding yourself back because of unrealistic fears, because of unrealistic judgment from the outside world, yo, you don't want to be on that deathbed, and I don't want to be on that deathbed having regrets, you know. So I'm gonna keep getting on here and doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? Beating down car, you know what I'm saying? Crooked tooth, bushy eyebrows, you know what I'm saying? Nappy hair, yes, all that, y'all, all that. Big vein in my forehead, all that, because I got a message and I have a purpose, and it's not contingent on my physical appearance at all. It's not contingent on my physical appearance at all, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, Get your behinds on YouTube. I love y'all. See you later.